All right, so here we have the glute bridge, and all that this is an exercise where we are raising our hips off of the ground. Notice how I said we're raising our hips off the ground. It is not about getting up as high as we can, getting into this hyperextension through the lower back. That's not what we're trying to target, because right now we're trying to strengthen our glutes. So the key on this is to just raise the hips up high enough that we can get to a point where we are contracting our glutes. What I always advise is when you're in this bottom position, do a pre-contraction, meaning when I'm in this bottom position, already start to squeeze my glutes. Put your hands on your glutes and you should feel that contraction happen. And then we raise up. Before you raise up as well, you do also want to tilt your pelvis. So in order for that to happen, you want your lower back to be pressed into the ground and then raise up your hips from there. If I were standing, that pelvic tilt would basically be, this is called an anterior pelvic tilt. This is a posterior pelvic tilt. So I'm tilting my pelvis more in this up position, and that allows me to better contract my glutes. With the foot positioning, you basically want your feet right under your knees. It's okay if it's a little bit in front or a little bit behind, but you do want them basically right under your knees, making right angles when we are at our top position, okay? So just to recap everything, on the floor, you want to do a pre-contraction through the glutes, press your lower back into the ground, so that way your pelvis posteriorly tilts, and then we're going to raise our hips off the ground. Should feel this in your glutes. You may feel this a little bit in your hamstrings. The further out we go, the more hamstring you're going to feel. The closer your knees come in, the more you're going to feel it in the quad and in the glute as well. And then we're just raising those hips up and squeezing our glutes to hold for however long we have you hold for. And that's how you do that glute bridge.